Yo, what is up guys? Ghost here. Welcome, finally, to some communication from DICE. This always seems to happen. As soon as I put out a video asking why there's no communication and what's going on with the game, literally the day after DICE drop some information. So maybe I should make those kind of videos a bit more often. So I'm going to throw this one up live since it's literally just popped up on the Battlefield Twitter around 10-15 minutes ago. So we're going to have a quick skim through this post here. As you can see, it's a Battlefield briefing, the longer awaited one. It is the journey to Season 1. Hopefully we're going to get some information in this about the roadmap, what they're going to fix in the game, what we're going to get in Season 1. I'm not going to read the entire thing, but I will link it down below in the video once it's finished rendering and all that, so you guys can read the whole thing. But we will start here with the intro. So, you've waited patiently to hear from us on what we're doing to address the issues with Battlefield 2042. Yeah, you got that right, that you've told us about, and the direction you can expect to see us take in the months ahead. Today, we are stating our team's commitment to bring the game up to the highest standards that we all hold for the franchise. We have heard you, so we are heavily invested and committed to the future of Battlefield 2042, working on taking action on multiple fronts to address feedback and implement extensive fixes to the game. Key features that are important to you and getting team play where it needs to be. We've had to make some big decisions to ensure that our next set of updates can be focused on delivering these improvements, with the most substantial one being to move the release date of our first season to early summer. No, you didn't, DICE. Okay, this better be good. This decision gives us the time to focus on improving the Battlefield 2042 experience while finalizing the development of our seasonal content to ensure that it all reaches our standard for quality. Just so it's clear, I have not read this. I've literally just thrown this up. So, early summer, it's not going to be March. That is not early summer. That's barely spring. Okay, upcoming updates. Scoreboard. We know about this one, of course, but let's read it anyway. In our next update, we'll be adding a refreshed in-round scoreboard alongside further changes we've worked on since the holidays. This will be ongoing evolution from what was shown in the work in progress we shared recently. We have heard your feedback around including two tables and separating your own team versus the enemy, and are working on incorporating that for the release. KD scoring and end-of-round reporting will also be coming in a future update. Awesome. We're going to get kills and deaths. I hope they're actually going to deliver on that, because they've literally said it right here in writing. Don't let us down, DICE. All platform voice recognition. The arrival of VoIP is just the start of the improvements we're bringing to enhance team play and communications. And then player profile, giving you a better overview of your career on the battlefield and how far you have to go for your next unlock. So hopefully this is going to be something that you can share with other people. You're going to be able to look up player profiles for other people as well. By the way, I do see you guys in the chat. I'm just going to read through this first, and then once we're done, we'll have a little discussion on what we all think about that. Okay, moving on here, we've got team play. For team play, you can expect us to incorporate a clearer, tighter squad loop, a refined ping system, and an improved reward loop for when you and your squad play the objective. Gunplay will continue to receive feedback-based improvements too. Portal remains an integral part of the game, and we will continue to expand its tools, modes, and tweak player experience gains. Finally, we have a team analysing specialists and working on them. Interesting. So they're analysing the specialists and working on them. That doesn't sound like the kind of talk that they're actually going to scrap them. I mean, you know, I never really thought they would scrap them. We're not quite ready to talk about actions we'll be taking, but as soon as we are, you will hear from us. So this wording here to me sounds like they could be making some significant changes to specialists, but I don't think they're going to get rid of them and just implement a regular class system. I just don't see that happening in any world. But I think what they could be doing is splitting them into classes. I reckon that is the most likely outcome here. A new feedback loop. Excuse me. I'm a little bit sick, guys. I've got the COVIDs, so you'll have to bear with me if I sound strange. We're committed to pushing up the quality of the game, both through our updates and how rapidly we will respond to critical issues in the live environment. We're also going to clarify the direction we're taking and what's motivating our decisions to bring improvements to the game. So expect to get more insight as we expand our existing feedback loops to involve you, our players, more directly. Okay, that's good. So hopefully we're going to get some quicker fixes and whatnot. Our team has identified several areas we're targeting for improvements. This is how we will be incorporating your feedback going forward. We will present specific major focus areas to you along with our current thinking, detailing where we're planning to make changes. We'll then take the time to observe and listen to the conversations that you go on to have about both the area of concern and our proposals for adjustment. And then later you'll hear from us on the topic again, but this time your feedback will have been factored into our consideration and guided the decisions made for improvements. Okay, so this sounds like they're willing to be a little bit more open with us than they have been in the past. Okay, I'm gonna skip over this bit because this is more just about like how they're gonna communicate with us and stuff. Like I said, I got to get onto the season 1 stuff. I don't want this to be a super long video, so like I say, if you guys want to check it out, you're welcome to read the whole thing, and I will link that below. Okay, so when season 1 arrives in early summer, it will mark the start of a new year where we'll deliver 4 seasons, 4 new specialists, and new locations along with more completely new content. We know that this release is later than anticipated for many of you who purchased the Year 1 Pass as part of the Gold and Ultimate editions. To acknowledge and thank you for your patience and continued support, those players will receive an exclusive bundle containing a specialist skin, weapon and vehicle skins, a melee weapon and player card, all to be delivered in the next big update. Well, whoop-de-doo. Oh, DICE. Oh, DICE. No one gives a crap about this. I'm sorry. This is nothing. Anyway, whatever. Let's see what's actually going to be in the season. Oh, that's it. We'll continue to keep you informed of future updates via the Battlefield Communication Twitter account. You can also follow along with our tracking of known issues and game changes that we're able to make in real time on our Battlefield forums. We are committed to and focused on ensuring Battlefield 2042 lives up to our ambitions and your expectations. It's a task we're dedicated to accomplishing. Ryan MacArthur, senior producer, excuse me. So, okay, that's like less than I was expecting. I was like looking ahead to season 1, thinking we were going to get a ton of information. So essentially what they're saying here is, sorry guys, season 1 is coming out in the summertime instead of in March when you thought it was going to be. Here's some weapon skins. Oh my god. Oh my god, what are they thinking? So, yeah. This is what we're getting. The things we already knew about here, the scoreboard. I mean, this is good news. KD scoring and end of round reporting. That at least shows that in some semblance they're listening to us. You know, people absolutely were furious that they weren't putting the kills in the scoreboard. So the fact that they listened to people and said, yeah, okay, why they didn't do that from the get-go and say, oh, of course we need kills in the scoreboard. I have no idea. Why do you need like 2 versions of a scoreboard? But that's at least something, right? The VoIP, I mean, we knew that was coming. They're just reiterating that. And the player profile is nice as well. I hadn't heard that confirmed yet. So that's good. How many statistics we're going to be able to see and what it looks like is another question entirely. And hopefully, as I say, you're going to be able to look up your fellow players just like you used to be able to do on Battlelog and check those out there. Ben McNelly, thank you so much for the $2, man. That's appreciated, bud. I'm gonna give them a special bundle. Right, I'm gonna read the chat a bit now, guys, and let's have a quick. I want to get your guys' feedback on this. This game is a mile wide and an inch deep. Yeah, I couldn't agree more there. That's pretty much the shape of things these days. Yeah, I will once I've ended this bullet, I'll go and drop the link down below, man. Yeah, I'm honestly, I expected more. I can't complain in a way. We have gotten something, and hey, communication is communication, and the changes they decided to make here, like I've just said, these three things, they're great. That's what they need to do more of. I just expected there to be like more things. I kind of figured that this would be hey, this is like what's on the horizon. This is what's coming in February or whatever. But then I thought there would also be like a big roadmap of, like they did mention the specialists as well, that they're going to be looking into making changes there. But that's, read between the lines. We don't really know what they're going to do there. So we'll have to wait with that one. And then, delaying season 1 until summer. Oh man, like that means there's just no content coming. What is early summer? Like, what would you guys consider early summer? May? June? I would say the start of May is still spring. Sort of late May is early summer. So we're talking like a 2-month delay at the very least here, guys. Boy, oh boy. Well, that's that, guys. Leave your comments down below. Let me know what you think about this. Like I said, overall, a positive direction, I think. But maybe not the amount that we were all hoping for. Maybe that's why they haven't been communicating, because they just don't really have that much to say. I mean, this is all they have to say at the moment. So, yeah, they will be having the investors call. The EA investors call later on tonight, so I might stream that possibly over on Twitch and listen into that if you guys want to come hang out there. Because often the interesting thing about the EA investors call is, you'll have the head of EA and a few other people sort of talking about how the EA company have made money to their investors. But the interesting part comes at the end of the show when those investors get to ask questions. And a lot of them, I can imagine, will probably be asking questions about Battlefield 2042, about the dwindling player base, how is it going to make revenue into the future? Of course, these investors they're only interested in making money, right? But still, they need a player base in order to buy microtransactions, and I'm sure that they are definitely clued in as to the fact that the player base is very low at the moment. So it's going to be interesting to hear what their sort of plan is coming up. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for coming and hanging out. Hopefully I'll catch some of you guys later on Twitch. Have a good one.